In a recent Masterpiece Circle, someone mentioned that they had read Dr. Gary Chapman's book, The Five Love Languages, and they wanted to know, could it be turned into a meditation? And in fact, it can be. Now, for those who are not familiar with his work, the initial book, Five Love Languages, was geared towards couples because people show love different ways, and he mentions quality time, touch, affirmation, acts of service, and gifts. And understanding how your significant other prefers to receive expressions of love, or how you prefer to receive expressions of love, can help you connect better. And this applies actually more, as you read more about his work, to all loving relationships and people we care about. So not just romantic relationships, but family and friends. So this meditation is not to replace finding out what your languages are. There, if you go to his website, there's a test you can take, or finding out what your partner is. But it's more an exploration of cultivating feelings of love, cultivating feelings of appreciation, and simply noticing how people give and receive love. So, as always, I'm going to invite you to either be seated or lie down. Your eyes can be gently gazing up, or if you're laying down, or to the floor if you're seated, or your eyes can be closed. Your hands can be resting in your lap or out at your side. As always, take a few moments to get really comfortable, whether you're seated or lying down. Giving yourself a few minutes without external distractions. And we begin by tuning inward, drawing awareness to our breath or an element of our breath. Noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. You might notice the cooling sensation on your nostrils as you inhale, and the warming sensation as you exhale. You may feel your chest rise and fall, or your rib cage expand and contract. You might notice your belly rise and fall. So take a moment to simply breathe in and out through your nose. Drawing awareness to some aspect of your breath. And we're not trying to control the breath in any way. We're just allowing. And when you're ready, I'd like you to call to mind someone you love. It could be a romantic partner, it could be a family member or a close friend, just somebody that you care deeply about. Ask yourself, what are some of the ways that I demonstrate to this person that I love and care about them, without trying to put it into any of those languages? Just see what pops up. Perhaps this is someone that you pick up groceries or run errands for them. Perhaps it's somebody who is having a bad day and you just give them a big hug. Perhaps it's somebody who you show love by just deeply listening to them when they have a problem. So just let those float up for a moment. It might be helpful to imagine that this person is actually sitting across from you. How do you show this person that you care about them? So now, kind of breaking that apart a little bit. Consider, do you give this person quality time? And this is not a judgment if you do or don't. It's just finding out how you express love and concern for this person. Do you give them your time? In what ways? Is this a person who you would be inclined to give a hug to? Or just a touch on the arm or a pat on the back of encouragement? Is this a person who you might give a pep talk to, or give them positive words and say, you know, you're such a good friend, or I love you? Or I'm proud of you? Or maybe this is someone that you run errands for, you help figure stuff out, you in some way do something to support them. And lastly, perhaps this is someone that you buy small gifts for. You notice perhaps a neighbor needs something in their yard. I don't know, they're gardening, and you buy them something that they need for a project. And again, these are not saying you need to do all or any of these things. It's just looking at how you express love. You may have noticed it's one or more things. Now I'd like you to kind of wipe the slate clean and call one more person to mind. Again, it could be someone you love, such as a romantic partner, could be a friendship, a family member, just somebody that you care deeply about. How do you show this person that you care about them? And it could be similar or completely different from the first person. I'm going to be quiet for the next minute and just let things float up, considering whether you give of your time, whether you're physically affectionate, whether you use words of affirmation, whether you do acts of service or buy them small gifts. How do you like to show them that you love them? Now I'd like you to return to your breath. Once again, noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. And at this time, I'd like you to either call the first person back again, perhaps imagining them in front of you, or perhaps a brand new person. And this time, choose someone who you know cares about you. Imagine they are showing you that they love and care about you. Without trying to immediately categorize it, what types of things do they do to show that they love you? And as we dig a little deeper, start to notice some specific types of ways that they're showing they love you. Do they give of their time? That's one way. It's not the only way. Are they physically affectionate? Do they offer words of encouragement and affirmation? Do they often do favors for you or help you with things? Do they sometimes give you a random gift? They were somewhere, they saw something that looked like you, and they got it for you. And again, this is not analyzing the quality of this person's demonstration of love, because everyone is different, but you might notice one or more of these things surfacing. Now go ahead and return to your breath. Noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. Not trying to control your breathing in any way. And choose one more person. It could be the second person at the start of this meditation or someone completely different. How do they demonstrate that they care about you? Is it through quality time? Physical affection? Affirmations? Acts of service? Gifts? Or something else? Maybe something we haven't covered. I'm going to be quiet for about a minute and just sit with that. And when you're ready, once again, bring your attention back to your breath. And before we close, ask yourself one more question. Is there a way that you send love and affection outward to someone else, or even to yourself, self-compassion, that's unique to you, that maybe we haven't covered in this meditation? How do you personally demonstrate love to other people and to yourself? Once again, return to your breath, noticing the inhalation and the exhalation. And then gently forget about your breath. Relax your mind and just be in this moment. When you're ready, bring yourself back into the room. You might want to wiggle your fingers and toes, rock your head from side to side. And go ahead and open your eyes whenever you're ready. And perhaps throughout the rest of the day, notice how you show affection and love to other people, and pay special attention when they show it to you.